Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to lesson 3 of the base lessons for Lifeline students. To get started, I wanted to summarize of last week, and we went through those scales and learned how to play the scale and be able to play all the way down to the 12th fret on the G string. So if you're on this video, you should be able to do that fairly comfortable, pretty quick, without messing up too much. Getting started on this video, this one's going to be a little different. I'm going to be going over introduction of some keys and letting you guys look at some chord sheets on a pretty simple song. It's going to be Break Every Chain. It's going to be like an overlay, so it's going to sit right next to my video. It shouldn't be a problem, but I don't know. But hopefully I can explain it well enough to where if I can't get it to work, you'll still be able to get the gist of the lesson and everything. So starting out, we have been studying everything in G. So that's really all we've been looking at is the key of G and those 7 notes that go in that key. So to get things started, I want to look at the key of A and I want to look at the key of C, since those are some pretty common keys that we play things in. So with the G, you have G, A, B, C, D, and E, okay? And then F sharp is your 1 through 7. So getting kicked over to A, this one's going to be a little tricky, and I am probably going to have to stumble through it a little bit because there's some sharps and everything. So thinking off the top of my head, but we'll get through it. So for the key of A, I'm going to start, and it's the same pattern. I'm just going to use my index finger on this just for the first time through. So it's going to be A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp as your 7, and then back to A as your 1. Okay, so if you'll notice, going through that, that is the exact same pattern as the key of G. So here's the 1 in G. So it goes G, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, or F sharp for the 7. So for the key of A, I'll play it just like I did teaching you guys with the scale, with all 4 fingers and on the 3 strings. So starting out is A, B, C sharp, D, E. Let me redo that because my amp has been a little weird. It's crackling and popping, and I'm not sure why. But so starting out, start with A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and back to the A for the 1. Okay, so now that we went through the key of A, I want to jump down to the key of C. So if you have your middle finger on A, which is your root note, which is your 1. So all you have to do is slide that to C right here on the E string, or you can use the C on the A string. But for this lesson, we're going to go with the C on the E string because it's a little bit easier, and it's down here where you can see. So for C, we're going to go through that same pattern. I'm going to show you guys the notes, go through these notes, and then go through the numbers, and I'll play through the scale up and down. So it goes C, D, E, F, G, A for your 6, B for your 7, and C for your 1. So I'm a little rusty there. So let's go through that again. So it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. So it's pretty simple, like the key of G is. So so that one's, and that's one of the first keys that I actually learned playing acoustic guitar with, is the key of C. So now that we went through that and we've kind of transposed from G to A to C, I want to go through, you guys. I want to look at the song "Break Every Chain," and it's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. It's just 4 numbers all the way through the whole song, and it's 6, 4, 1, 5. So I'm gonna get in the habit of, whenever I'm teaching you guys songs and everything, I'm just gonna call numbers, because that's all we call on a Sunday. And I want to get you guys to where you know those notes and in the keys, but you refer to them as numbers in each key. So we're gonna start out in the key of G, and it's 6, 4, 1, 5. Okay, so let's get started. I'm pretty bad at just playing songs by myself, so we'll get through it. So playing through it, and I'll have the overlay. The overlay should be about right here somewhere, and you'll be able to look at those chord sheets, and I'll have them posted in the Google Drive as well, so you can have them maybe printed out, or looking at them on your phone while you watch this video on your computer or something. And yeah, let's get started. So we're going to start out with the 6. That's it. That's pretty much all you do the whole song. That's not all you'll do the whole song. You'll be playing a lot with the drummer, and you'll be building with the drummer and playing in down moments and not playing at all. And that's up to you as the bass player to determine. Like, you need to know, and you're not going to know right off the bat, but you'll get to a point to where you know where to play and where not to play. And sometimes it's just as important not to play as it is to go all out, guns blazing. Okay, so we've played through the key of G. We've played that in the key of G. So let's jump down to the key of A and play. So so before we get started, as I'm talking, try to find out where to start, and I'll give you a couple seconds to maybe see if you can figure out where the 6 is and where we're going to start that. Okay. All right. So if you found it, let's go ahead and get ready. All right. So that's it. That's the key of A. That's just the same 4 numbers, and the same pattern and the same timing, and that's all it is. So whenever on a Sunday morning we're switching up keys and everything, it's not that big a deal for us to just switch keys, because it's the same pattern, just up and down the neck, and that's all it is. All right. So let's kick off into getting into the key of C and finish this video up. Oh, good. All right. So I'm actually gonna play here. And I'm going to switch it up on you guys. I'm actually going to show you a different pattern to play these numbers, okay? So I'm going to start out. It's the same 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 1, 5. All right? So let's get going. 4. So that was in the key of C, 6, 4, 1, 5. And if you remember, I played that in a little bit different, pattern. So I played this one in like an upside down triangle. But if you remember from learning these notes, a 6 in C is is obviously 1, and that's your C. And then 5 is G, and that's right there. That's the one we've put most of our focus in. So that G should be your go-to note to play. So that's going to do it for this video, and I'm going to work on getting that overlay. It's going to be right over my shoulder, so you'll be able to see those chord sheets and play along. And on your spare time, if you want, you can even go on YouTube and find Break Every Chain, find some really cool spontaneous videos and play along with it. You might have to fiddle around and find that key that they're playing in, because they don't always play in G, A, or C. They might play in F sharp or something. That's something that I had to learn how to do, is pick the key from a song just by playing it and playing by ear, and that's really tough for me. So that's going to be my challenge to you this week, is to compare numbers on different songs, and maybe even getting into YouTube and learning how to play Break Every Chain with those big bands in those really powerful moments, and seeing if you can play along with them. Thanks, guys. That's going to be it for today. Hope you guys have a good day and a blessed week. I'll see you next week.